man. There's so much black ice on here, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God, I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Poppin', spitting hot shit. I'm topic, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it.
Look at the snow out here. Hey. Look at this. It is so thick. Look at it. Everything's all coated. Gorgeous. Out here removing brake assemblies for the monster truck in the snow. Like, it is so thick out here. All for an episode, you know? Things I do. Dismantling this cross member and taking the diff out of it. My mate Shane actually found this in a scrap bin outside of his workshop. And then I'll throw it. It's going to be part of the transfer case for that monster truck Commodore. So, yeah. Good old Shane found that. And I'm battling out here in the snow for an episode. You know, it's freezing cold, but I got the fire going, so it's nice. Alright, got the diff apart. I'm just cleaning it up at the moment. But everything inside's so good. No chunks have come out. Got it draining in my drain pit. And I'll clean it out. We'll get ready to weld it. Alright, so I've got the diff all welded up. It's all back together. As you can see, I'm just slowly drip feeding it. Being winter, this oil is like cold. And it's thick. And I'm on my own. So I'm just trying to intravenously feed it into the diff. I'll put the fill drain on it, fill plug in it, and then I'll clean it up, paint it black, and then I'll start getting these studs out and we'll try and fit a brake rotor to it. See if we can at least get the brake assembly done. The diff's going to have to be mounted this way, I realised, so it can be geared down properly. We're going to gear it down twice. It's only a V6, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get the torque out of it, gearing it down twice. But yeah, I'll keep feeding this, then we'll get a brake rotor on it. So I'm just looking on how I can mount the rotor to the drive shaft hub that comes out of the diff, right? And I've noticed that there's this ring. Well, it's not a ring, it's part of the assembly, but I mean, you can see the circle that's here, the machining circle, right? And then I was just having a look at the top here. Now, as funny as it seems, you look at that, right, and that. Well, if I get this and slide that up through there, that is a perfect fit. I mean, honestly, what are the chances? So what I might do is I might speak to my mate Shane down at Shane Welds. He's a bit of a guru, and I might see what the chances are of getting this machine flat. And then I might be able to slide that up through the rotor and run a bead of weld around it, and then we've got an assembly. Sure, I'll have to make a new one every time I need a rotor, but I mean, honestly, it's like this part of it's only for the handbrake. So I can't imagine it being changed too much. But look at that. It's almost perfect. Like, it's a perfect fit. God, it's meant to be. This is meant to be. I'm going to have to talk to Shane about this. See what he thinks. But my only thing is the center. This is a front rotor, so this is going to go on the lower diffs, like for the wheels. I'm wondering if the rear rotors are the same inside bore or not. I think they are, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check it. Alright, so I've knocked up the handbrake assembly. As you've seen, Shane made that piece up for me, so I've just made some rough bracketing, you know, just to hold the caliper here. It'll be hydraulically done. It's all mounted on the rotor, everything like that. So to explain it, the drive shaft will literally come out of the bottom of that. I don't know if you can see up in there at the moment. No. So there is room for the drive shaft to come down. So I will bolt it up in like it normally would, and then that'll spin and come down to the second diff, which will be positioned here. So all I gotta do is figure out an adapter between here and here, an adapter from here to the gearbox. But I seriously think this drive shaft is only going to be like 100mm long, if that. So I'll probably just end up mashing the two unis together and put it as that, I guess. Really, that's all it needs to be. So anyways, I just gave this a quick lick of paint and everything, and then I'll put it in the car. We'll see how it goes. All right, back out here on the monster truck. Gonna try and throw this handbrake assembly in with the top transfer. So we'll see how we go. All right, so we're out here on the farm. It's miserable, to say the least. I've just cut the trans tunnel out, which was a pain because it's double skinned. You know, VB to VS was never double skinned, but for some reason they decided to do it on the VT. I got a hole cut in the trans tunnel. I've got the handbrake and diff first transfer assembly up in there. So yeah, now I'm just going to square this up a bit with some timbers and everything. Then I'll start running some bracing off for it, and then we can, yeah, get that tacked in, and then I'll get the bottom one in, and because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to lengthen the drive shaft between the two, but that's okay. Let's get this squared up and tacked in. We'll see how we go. All right, so I've got that sitting up in there. You can see the straps off. I made a bracket to go on it. Is it pretty? No, but this is a junkyard monster truck, so I don't really care. I got the lower transfer sitting in here now. It's clamped on, so it's not in line, but I'm gonna just throw the drive shaft on here, and we'll roughly line it, take a measurement, and go from there and see how long it needs to be. All right, drive shaft sitting in there. You can see that it's not quite making the cut. So what I'll do is I'll just take a rough measurement here to the face, which means by the looks of that, it needs to be 2 inches longer. So I'm gonna have to try and extend this 2 inches somehow. So probably be easier extending here. I'll have to see if I've got some pipe that'll go over it or something like that. Sleeve it and then just raise it, extend it 2 inches. But yeah, all right, I'll take that home. We'll extend it. I'll bring it back out. We'll bolt it in, and we'll try and run this thing and see if we get drive down to these. All right, so I'm back in the garage now. Got the drive shaft. I'm probably just going to cut it halfway in this tube. We'll measure 6'10" out on the bench, and then that way we can just place it where it needs to be. I'm going to sleeve it with this so it keeps it roughly straight, and then yeah, we should be able to just zap it around and get it done. Shouldn't take too much, just a couple of runs, and then I'll set up the MIG that's buried there under all the shit, and yeah, I'll MIG it up, and then it's ready to be put in, and we will see if we can get power to the lower transfer tomorrow. Alright, so I cut it. I've sleeved the tube in the middle. I've got my line here for the flange, got my line here for the flange, and it all seems to add up. So now we'll just zap around them, and then give it a quick lick of black so it all looks somewhat uniform, and then we'll go and throw it in the car.
yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the
I just thought I'd show you this because I've never had this before, but some slag's actually gone in here and welded the spool shut. Like that there was attached to there. Now I've got to cut all that off and fucking figure it out. Jesus. All right, well, let's learn from our mistakes and we'll do it on the ground this time. There is still a bit of slag on that roll, which is probably going to jam us up, but we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. I don't have to do that many welds now. One side's done. So we'll see. I'll do one weld, it'll jam up. All right, welded. Very good. Make sure that uni isn't too hot. All right, all welded up. So, yeah. Now I'll just give it a lick of paint. We'll go throw it in the car. It does need jump starting, so I'll, yeah, we'll jump start it. See if we get drive to the lower transfer. All right, so I'm out on the farm. I got the drive shaft in. It is a perfect fit. I've only got 2 bolts in here, and 2 bolts up in here. 1 on each side, just purely because I've only got 4. I'm going to message a mate, see if he's got more. This is completely bolted in. Now, this isn't welded in. It's literally just clamped. It does move a little bit, but that's fine. I'm not going to rev this thing or anything. We're literally going to try and fire it up and see if all this moves. We're looking for drive down here. But the problem is, I noticed as I was cutting the floor out, I've cut a ton of wires, you can see there. So hopefully they don't interfere with this. This does have the anti-theft removed out of it. So it does have the anti-theft removed. It doesn't require the body control module. I'm just hoping that one of those wires isn't for the fuel pump. So I'm gonna nose the Hilux up. I've literally just cut a ton of wood on it, but I'm gonna nose it up to the car. We're gonna run some jump leads because the battery in this thing is dead as a doornail. We're going to turn it on. Either the airbag is going to go off or some shit's going to happen, but I'm literally going to fire this thing up, and if this thing runs, I'm going to put it in gear. We're going to see if we get drive down to the bottom, and then I'll buy some more box. I'll weld them in more secure and everything like that, and then it's basically just buying axles. I do have a car that I found I'm going to look at purchasing. It's got nothing on it but axles, 2 front diffs. So anyways, let's get cracking into this. I'll get the Hilux up. We'll see how we go. All right, so I'm in here. Let's see if we get reds. The odometer's on. We've got reds. I think I hear the fuel pump. So, all right, let's try and fire this up. All right, here we go. Starting it up. Oh, I don't think we're getting the current through. Come on. All right, I might have to start the Hilux. All right, I got the Hilux running. Let's try again. come on. I might have to let it sit for a bit and charge. I'll have a tin and then we'll let this sit and charge for a little bit. All right, attempt number 3, I think. Oh, we just got a really poor connection here. It wants to. Oh, we're running. We're running. No! It's not telling me anything. We'll try again. Oop. Maybe if I hold it flat. That starter does not sound happy. Come on. Let me get this thing to idle, then I'll get back to you. All right, I've literally got this idling. You can see I've got you can literally see the diff right here. So I'm gonna try and slam it in neutral. All right, so we're in neutral now. I'm gonna put it in drive and we're gonna see if this thing will just turn on idle. Oh, we got vibrating. We're vibrating, but that's all right. Is it turning? It's turning! It needs a lot of bracing, but it's going. Oh, we're definitely needing bracing here, but we're going. Hey. Holy shit, that needs a lot of bracing. That's okay, we can do that. But it turned. It turned. That's what we want. There you go, so it runs, hey? The lower transfer even runs in the right direction, everything we need. So now I'm just gonna try and organize a couple of diffs, one rear, one front, and I'll start on getting them mounted, and then we can start putting some suspension in this thing. And then I'm gonna try and find a wrecked tractor or something. We'll make some steering and all that. So yeah, she's a runner, she's a goer. Yeah, it does need some more bracings and everything like that, sure. And I know there's going to be some people out there, especially one bloke, and he knows who he is, going, ooh, fucking how's that building? But tell me, mate, what colour's your monster truck? Anyways, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. And, yeah, hopefully next episode we'll be putting some diffs under it. So, anyways, I'll brace it up. I'll see you guys in the next episode.